Hi everybody, welcome back to Healing with Love. So this is going to be a twin flame pick a card. We're going to figure out whether you are in your masculine, your feminine, or your union energy. Where are you? And this is a collective reading, so though you may pick the little ET, you'll probably have a message also in Buddha, because we are all connected, we are all one. So the message I've been getting lately is breakthroughs. So lots of breakthroughs happening. I'm almost seeing like an eggshell cracking open. And the other day I was cleaning, I think this was on the 26th, I was cleaning and the wind blew the door open and all my cards flew, and one card in particular flew out, which was the Portal of Transcendence, and it's a Mayan card. Been getting a lot of Mayan stuff, and so I set the card aside and I wrote it down so I can mention it in this reading, and as I was shuffling the cards, I put it back in the deck, shuffled, and it popped out again for the union energy. So I'm definitely seeing this gateway portal. It looks like it's closing. It looks like a portal closing, or a lens closing, a closing out of a cycle. Finally getting into that door. Now the door is closing behind you, like you made it. Like when you get in an elevator, getting through. So been seeing a lot of solar activity, been seeing a lot of feeling a lot of volcanic activity for some reason. A lot of solar flares, amplified energy. So if you've been healing and you haven't let go of some of the things in the past, those are coming up to the surface, and it's creating a lot of emotional energy to come through. A lot of healing, a lot of depression, a lot of sadness, slump, not being able to get yourself out of a slump. But if you're already healed that stuff, then you are vibing on the high vibrational stuff. You are vibing high. So it depends on wherever you are. That is what the energy is amplifying. It's almost like Sedona, Arizona. When you go to Sedona, Arizona, it amplifies whatever energy you come with. So we have a new supermoon in Mercury, Venus, and they're all in Libra. So a lot of balance, a lot of karma being balanced. So this is supposed to bring relationships that are fizzling out to a close, and or relationships that are fizzling out to become more balanced. It's all about the energy you put into it, the work you put into it. Releasing regrets and resentments, emotional and mental peace and harmony. Reawakening. So if you've already had an awakening, you're reawakening to another level of consciousness. Reinvention, resurrection, rebirth, healthy connections, reciprocated energy. So I'm seeing that as unrequited love it's being reciprocated. Beginning new cycles, positive transformations, and lots of blessings coming through. So breakthroughs, portal of transcendence. We are transcending. Okay, so let us begin. Okay, so we're going to begin. If you picked little E.T. and the Virgin Mary, this reading is for you. So we're going to start with the songs. The first song that came through was I Wanna Be Yours by Arctic Monkeys. I'm thinking Arctic Monkeys, I'm thinking the Ice Age. So I'm seeing cold, a lot of cold. And it's self-explanatory. I want to be yours. So if you like your coffee hot, I want to be your coffee pot. Secrets I've held in my heart are harder to hide than I thought. Let me be your heater, keep you warm on those cold nights. And love as deep as the ocean. And love as deep as the ocean has come through twice in this reading, not just in the song, but in this oracle reading. So that's a love as deep as the ocean. This love goes deep. Okay, so the next one was Thinking Out Loud by Ed Sheeran. And anytime I hear Thinking Out Loud, I always think of telepathy. So a telepathic communication between hearts. And it's interesting. We have 3 different redhead cards. Redheads. And Ed Sheeran's a redhead, so something about redheads. People fall in love in mysterious ways, maybe just a touch of the hand, so maybe just a handshake or, a hug. Your soul can never grow old, it's evergreen. Your smile forever in my mind and in memory. So that's a nice little song about, love that can just never dies. It never grows old, never dies. It just is. Number 3 was Little Thoughts by Block Party. Block Party, I always think of Legos, but I'm also thinking of that Dave Chappelle comedy movie, Block Party. And Little Thoughts, Telepathy again, and it's from the album Silent Alarm. So 1111, the Silent Alarm, the Awakening, the Twin Flame Awakening. So I'm seeing a reawakening happening. Epiphanies, having an awakening. Okay? Actually, I want to put a little lip balm on. Okay, and then, so pay attention to the details. That's what it says. Things go slowly. So as your third eye begins to awaken, you start to see they always say the devil is in the details. So that just means that you're paying attention to the details, and the little tiny things are in the details. The messages are in the details. It's being able to zoom in and zoom out, a higher perspective. And there's a part in the lyrics, when you look up the lyrics online, it says, this word ain't just made of facts, and it says MMMM, and oh no, where did it go? I must have dropped it. Oh, here it is. So the other day, my giving tree, if you guys follow my Instagram, you know that I have a tree in the backyard that's, whoever lived here before, they must have had kids or something, and I always find little toys or trinkets buried in the backyard. And so I found a square M, and when you flip it on the other side, it's a W, or just an MM, or WW. So, okay, so Little Thoughts, Block Party, however that resonates for you. So we're going to start with the masculine. And, usually I move the cards around, but my OCD is not, I just don't want to make a mess, because then I'm constantly just sitting here trying to fix the cards. So I'm just going to read what I'm seeing from the cards. If you've watched my videos, you've already seen close-ups of many of these cards. So we're going to start with the Shaolin Master. Immediately, the card, it says, graceful in movement and action. And it says breath and flow, which is interesting because there is a song that comes through in the feminine it's by the Police, called Synchronicity, and that says breath and flow. So it's an exact mirroring. And it talks about taking a gentler approach, not being so harsh. Yes, the Shaolin Master here, he can break somebody down. He can belittle them and make them feel their lowest, but he doesn't, because he's gentle in his approach. He still has a very compassionate heart. And this also talks about energy flow, so let things flow. I'm seeing Reiki Master with this energy. I'm seeing meditation. And don't use too much energy fighting with people that are not going to change. You're overexerting yourself. And never use your power to impress others or to appear stronger than a bully. So remain graceful. You don't have to tell somebody how powerful you are. They will feel it. You don't have to let them know that you can see through their bullshit, because they will already know that. You don't have, action speaks louder than words. Okay, then we got the fairy ring. This card came up in one of my other readings as well on Instagram. And anytime I see that card, I always see it as, it's a circus. It's a circus. But they're under a tent. So some of them are outside of the tent, and some of them are inside of the tent. And the door is closing, it's not fully open. The tent is not fully, it's got an open front. So I'm seeing lots of red flags with this, the masculine energy. Lots of red flags, whether they are the red flags that people are seeing, or they're seeing the red flags in their relationships. They're finally able to acknowledge the red flags, a lot of redhead. So it's very interesting. And So we've got the rabbit here, which is the shapeshifter. I always see the rabbit as the shapeshifter. I see it as the witch's familiar, along with the cats. So it's a rabbit. So whenever you see a magician, he's pulling a rabbit out of a hat, which is interesting because the feminine got abracadabra, which is also about magic. And it's a frog. It's too dark to even show you. But there's a frog, and he's doing a trapeze work with this little female. So I'm seeing like Beauty and the Beast, Princess and the Frog type energy, where she kisses the frog and then he turns into a prince. But in this case, I'm seeing it as they both have to trust each other. You know, maybe the masculine feels that he's a frog and the feminine is this beautiful princess, and that he's not worthy of her, because I am seeing this energy of like self-esteem, self-confidence, not feeling worthy of the relationship. And yeah, and I'm seeing balance here as well. We see the mouse and he's balancing, and then we see balance over here with the Tai Chi ball balancing. So we've seen a lot of balance here. So the Libra, we're coming into the Libra energy. And yeah, so, and they're protected. You know, everybody else is outside of the tent doing their thing, but the frog and the princess on the trapeze are inside the tent. They are protected from the elements. They are protected. They're always protected. The twin flames are always protected. They just have to know this. Okay, so then we're moving on to the little elephant. I love this because look at how they're just cradling each other. I have a deep connection with elephants. Elephants are very compassionate. So this talks about being compassionate with yourself and others. I'm seeing, it came through with the lion card. So that's family. So being compassionate to your family. So I'm seeing a lot of dysfunction, dysfunctional family stuff, maybe dysfunctional children, dysfunctional parents, dysfunctional brothers and sisters, cousins. I'm seeing a lot of dysfunction, but you're healing that because I'm seeing emotional healing. So you're healing the past. You're healing those dysfunctional relationships. And you know, the lion is fierce, but if you see them with their cubs, they're very gentle. So they protect their family. They're very protective of their family. You know, only they can talk shit about their family. Nobody else can. And that's because they're family. Yeah, and so number 6 is also about family. Number 6 is also about balance. I got a lot of 6 here. So we got 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. Down here we got 4 6s. So a lot of 6 energy, which is about balancing, mind, body, spirit, but it's also about nurturing yourself and others. It's a very bossy number as well. So, you know, don't let people boss you around. Or maybe you've been the one that's bossing somebody around, like you're telling people what to do. So however that resonates for you. And then we've got 8, which is infinity, which is the power number. So how we were talking about, you're powerful. You don't have to prove your power to anybody because you just are. You're powerful. And, you know, it talks about forgiveness. So forgive your family. Okay, and so that was very interesting that it came through with the emotional healing card and laughter. So how do you heal emotionally? Laughter is the best medicine. I always say laughter is the best medicine. If you're depressed or if you're despondent, I always say watch a funny movie, watch stand-up comedy, watch something that'll pull you out. It takes action. You have to take the action towards it. It's time to be brave. And, you know, despondence talks about, you know, also moving your body. So like Tai Chi, any type of, yoga, if you can't physically do strenuous exercise, Tai Chi is a perfect exercise for you. If you've got an injury where you can't, you know, do a lot of jumping around, Tai Chi, just bring the energy, you know, wake up your muscles. And so we've got the awakening crystal. You know, we've got the feminine and the masculine both got master teacher cards. So they're both in their master teacher energy right now. So maybe they're the ones that are helping their family heal just by being themselves. So master teacher, let go of dysfunctional emotions. See the truth. See that everything, this is the awakening aha moment when you realize that you created this. Everybody has actions, and it's all about your reaction. What's your reaction to that? You can be peaceful and calm, or you can let it, you know, take a hold of you. And that talks about being gentle with yourself. So a lot of gentleness has come through with the elephant, with this card. So be gentle with yourself on this spiritual journey. Don't beat yourself up about the past. A lot of past life memories are coming up, and a lot of people are beating themselves up about this, because I did see soul star chakra and zeal chakra on both of these, both of the readings, and that's telling me that a lot of past life memories are coming through, and you're beating yourself up about it. Imagine that you murdered somebody in your past life, and you're beating yourself up about that in this life, and it's got nothing to do with this life. You are no longer that person. So we have to be very gentle with ourselves as we begin, and we forgive ourselves for the past. There's a reason why we forget when the soul star chakra, when it opens. It's whenever we're reborn and we forget, there's a reason for it. That's the slate being wiped clean. That's our past. We no longer live there, and that is why it's wiped clean. We don't have to remember. The only thing we have to remember is our divinity and the things that we've gone through, in the sense that they have helped us grow to be the person we are now. Or sometimes it helps us to realize that we haven't grown, and maybe we need to take a look at ourselves. Okay, so then you're doing a great job. So that's pretty much what the crystal, the awakening crystal, wants to tell you. And this is like a smoky quartz type of crystal. And then we've got amber, which is the number 9, which is the completion of a cycle. So yes, now you're laughing about the past, like all the stupid things you did. Now you can laugh about it. It's like, oh, and I'm hearing that song by 311, Amber. Amber is the color of your energy. So laughter heals. The inner child wants out. It represents Buddha and Bess. If you look at Buddha, he's got this little belly, belly laughs. So laughter is very healing. It's very high vibrational. And, a lot of people use laughter to cover pain, self-deprecation. Think of Robin Williams. So you got to make sure that you're not self-deprecating and putting yourself down, laughing at yourself in that sense. And laughing at others. Sometimes people disguise, sarcasm, hurtful sarcasm as a joke, and when it wasn't, it was real. They're just disguising it. And once you surpass that, once your third eye opens and your soul star opens, you see through people's bullshit, and you know that the sarcasm was not sarcasm and that it was real. So it's about not getting hurt by other people's bullshit. So I'm also seeing, this is also the telepathy card, and it's also pet telepathy, animal telepathy, so connecting with animals, connecting with nature. I'm seeing it also as the ear chakra, so this came through in the last reading as well. The high-pitched frequencies coming through. You do not have tinnitus. A lot of people think they have tinnitus. Some people do. Some people that work in concerts and music, they have ear damage, but this is different. You will notice the difference because you will hear it in pitches of G, C, if you know music. And the animal totem for that card is duck, the duck. I'm seeing like duck, goose. Okay, so then we got despondence. So that card's about depression, seeing the dark side of life and not being able to see the light. And it's a violet iris. So the third eye, I'm immediately seeing in the crown chakra. And this talks about move your body. Runners, if you're depressed, move your body. So that came through over here as well for the emotional healing. Get that runner's high, get that dopamine going. But I'm also seeing miscarriage, abortion, or infertility. So this is the masculine energy. Maybe the masculine energy, if they don't have kids, they want kids. And seeing other people have kids makes them a little bit sad. But I'm also seeing it as masculines that have pressured some women to have abortions and the guilt that they hold on to from that. So that's saying to forgive yourself for that. Okay, moving on. Despondence. But I'm seeing a pregnancy here. That came through in the last reading as well, pregnancy. So I'm seeing a pregnancy here. And I'm seeing love, a lot of passion, but a lot of fear. There's a lot of fear involved. See how she's wearing red? Red can be the root chakra. It can be how are we going to provide for this child? Like, you're not seeing the bigger picture. because it's going to require a lot of change. So it's all about seeing the bigger picture. And maybe that was your dream, to have a child, the dream to have a child. So, and that's interesting because Mother Mary came through over here, and that's expect a miracle baby. She's holding a baby. So I'm seeing a miracle baby. And there's a little elephant baby over here too, a little baby elephant. So that's very cool. Okay, so then we've got follow your dreams, number 85, which is number 13, which is number 4. So building solid foundations for the future. It's the teacher number. So I'm seeing a master teacher. Following your dreams. I'm seeing the zeal chakra, so your communication, your ability to communicate. So I'm seeing like a public speaker, a life coach, somebody who's a counselor, somebody who's able to talk. And I'm seeing also the turquoise color, which is the color of Mother Mary in the mantle, Mother Mary mantle. So these two go together like peas and carrots. And yeah, so this is the zeal, the throat, the soul star chakra, dreams etched into stone. So whatever your dreams are, they're going to come to reality because we've got the miracle cards. There was a lot of dreams coming true. So all you have to do is go after your dreams. You don't have to chase them. They're already there. The dream is already there. You just have to decide that you want to follow it, that you want to do it. And reach for the stars. So soul star and your star family, your star seeds, your soul family, because I'm seeing stars on her head as well. So a lot of stars. You are a star. Okay. And then we have the F word over here, which is forgiveness again. So it's the number 3, it's number 30. So communicating. So I was seeing the zeal chakra here. This is exactly what 30 is to me, communicating with God. So the mouth of God is what the zeal chakra is called. So you are experiencing possibly light language, or light language can be anything. It can be communicating vocally. It can be artistic, creative stuff. It can be script. It can be writing. Anything that's coming from a higher source is the light language. Okay? And so over here we've got expect a miracle. Have faith that your prayers have been heard and are being answered. This is an undying love. The love you have shared is eternal regardless of the situation. And then we got passion, Pele. So be honest with yourself. What is your heart's desire? And what's interesting is I had a placeholder for one of the other cards in the book, and Pele was right there. And the card, it looks like it got bent a little bit, but if you look, it's going directly splitting her in half. So I'm seeing volcanic activity. This is what I saw at the beginning of the reading. I was discussing the volcano activity. So I am seeing volcanic activity. Wherever the volcano is, well, I'm seeing it. But I'm seeing a lot of divine passion here. So the masculine has very passionate about his feminine. This is an undying love. And I'm seeing lots of flowers here. And look at, she's got the halo as well. The same halo, the same stars. And she's got diamonds shooting out her. So I'm seeing diamond love. This is as strong as a diamond. And I'm seeing an X on her chest. So this could possibly be an X. And I'm seeing all the flowers, that flower energy. I actually want to read Iseult and a little bit of Pele. I've already read Mother Mary a few times, so. When it comes to matters of the heart, your help is here. It's all around you and also inside you. Your inner wisdom may seem quieted by any pain that you feel. Yet be assured that the healing you're undergoing is swift and efficient. So I'm seeing a lot the emotional healing here. You're undergoing, okay, so first your heart must heal from its grief, loneliness, and any feelings of betrayal. This can take some time, so be patient with yourself. Treat yourself as you would any ailing person, with caution, gentleness, and tenderness. Oh my God. Gentleness, tenderness, this is like a theme here. So be gentle. And nature is a great healer. You know, go amidst the flowers and the trees. The trees, when you smell a flower, it opens up your crown chakra. So highly suggest if you see a flower, smell it. Spend time among the forest and the trees. It's a deep connection. Your heart will mend. It's in italics. And so love from your romantic partner is eternal, regardless of the outward appearances. So even if they're, if your twin flame is in another relationship, a soulmate relationship or a karmic relationship, your love together is eternal. So, and it's also talking about healing from a breakup. You're healing from some type of loss. So this could have been a death in a friend, family, or loved one passed away. And this talks about divine purpose, that love is a part of your divine purpose. Okay, and then so we've got Pele, she's the Hawaiian goddess of the volcanoes. So she just talks about make sure that your career matches your interests, something you love, something that's not draining you. So it also talks about going on a trip, maybe to Hawaii. So, and it says, listen to the beat, the rhythm of your heart. That's going to guide you. And what's interesting is because the feminine energy the song that came through was Rhythm Nation. So the rhythm, I'm seeing like drum circles, sound baths, binaural beats, 432 HZ, 528. Okay, so then we've got the little Highland card, number 20. So that's patience. Be patient. You have been patient. So your universe is going to reward your path to healing and your patience. And she's got a sword, so she's cutting the toxicity. So how we were talking about family, you can forgive and move on. You can cut them out of your life, and don't feel guilty for having healthy boundaries. It's time to be brave. And it says there's an out of balance relationship between you and another at this time. It may be that you are death, taking too much and imposing on another, and all the while blind as a skeleton to the truth. Or it may be that you are the maiden and have no defenses against another who is draining you, claiming all the while to love you. So this is being in those karmic relationships. They drain you. They claim to love you, but their actions are opposite of what they say. So this tells you to truthfully assess the relationships. And I want to go back to this one here because I was seeing Miracle Baby, child advocacy. So if you didn't have someone advocating for you as a child, possibly this is what you want to do. Child advocacy. So working with children. ISALT, undying love between parent and children as well. And I saw that she had a sacred heart on fire. So her heart is on fire. And it's also the same one as this heart guardian over here. So his heart is on fire for this. Feminine. And let's see. So we're going to the Fairy Highlands now. So, the sword is very phallic. So its sword is cutting through the bullshit. Speaking your truth, fight for what you believe in, fight for what you love. So advocacy, fighting for your children, if you have children, or fighting for children, for the children of the future. The Greta Thunbergs, or however her last name, the Gretas of the world. I know a lot of people have mixed feelings about her. Some people say she's a plant. Some people say, whatever, however you feel. Just think of all the other children in the world that are not her, the kids that you love. Advocate saving this planet is for them as well. So moving to a more natural way of living. And so this says time to cut the cords with dysfunctional friends and family. Don't back down. Honor yourself. And be brave. And it's interesting because we've got the secret admirer. It says time to be brave. It's right next to the secret admirer card. So maybe it's time to finally tell your person that you've been admiring from afar how you feel about them. Even if it's not reciprocated, at least you said it, because we're not telling somebody that we love them because we want it to be reciprocated. We're just telling them because we want them to know just how much we appreciate them and how much we love them. So it doesn't necessarily always have to be reciprocated in a romantic fashion. Okay, so then we've got hologram, and this is interesting because it looks like an hourglass. So time is running out. Maybe time is running out to express your secret admiring. But I'm seeing, so this looks, that portal, the Shutter Eye lens, looks exactly like the portal of transcendence. So that's a very cool synchronicity. So I'm seeing like a camera lens, but I'm seeing the sun. But I'm also seeing when you turn it sideways, it looks like a sun with sunglasses on, like some cool, funky David Bowie sunglasses. But it also looks like he could possibly be wearing a big bow tie, or he could be wearing a cape like a vampire. So that's very fun. So I actually want to read a little bit of the hologram from the Mayan book. So, reflected image of the one. So yes, I was seeing mirroring, reflecting back. I saw mirroring somewhere around here. And in the midst of the collective trance, it's easy to see yourself as imperfect and unworthy. Release your self-limitations. So yes, I was seeing with the little frog how he doesn't feel worthy of a great love like that. He doesn't feel worthy of it. So it's about being worthy, because what you see in another person is what is in you as well. What you love about somebody else is what is also in you. So the reflected image of the great central sun. Do you remember the hologram of Princess Leia in the movie Star Wars? Holograms are created when a coherent light source is beamed through a mirror onto a photographic field, creating a three-dimensional image. You are being asked to embrace this expanded image of reality from the greater perspective of the larger hologram. There is no time. Hence, you have already completed your return journey into oneness. When you look at yourself from this greatly expanded viewpoint, you will naturally embrace both your humanness and your divinity in the process of evolution. The changes needed to bring you into alignment with your wholeness are mirrored in your external reality, where reflections are presently being provided for you in the people and processes in your life. What you see around you is your homework in the process of spiritual evolution. Become aware of the gifts being offered in those reflections. You have natural resonance with the hologram of the greater harmony. Because of this, there are no mistakes or failures in your life. There is no way to do your life wrong. Take a deep breath and relax. What you are experiencing right now is perfect for your evolution into wholeness. Beautiful. Moving on to Lady Nada, which is number 9. So we got 99, completion of a cycle. You're almost there. You're almost 100% there. And Lady Nada is the twin flame of Jesus' higher self, Sananda. She is the master of the 7th ray of ritual and magic. So we got magic here and magic here. Ceremonies that call in mighty forces are important. And as I was talking about hologram, my crown chakra started tingling like crazy. So deep knowledge there coming through for the hologram card. So you're reminded to bring people together to raise great light. A priestess in the Temple of Love in Atlantis, Lady Nada is bringing back ancient healing methods, helping the development of intuition, telepathy, and wisdom, and acting for justice. Your guidance is to trust your spiritual and psychic abilities and use them to help those in need. I accept and practice my healing, spiritual, and psychic gifts. Yes, because I'm seeing a lot of follow the dreams. I'm seeing a lot of tapping into this, your healing gifts, your psychic abilities, your healing ability, natural healing abilities. And so then we got Lono. Almost looks like he's lonely, Lono. So you might feeling a little bit lonely. And he is the Hawaiian god of nature, so god of agriculture and farming. So he's also the bringer of good luck and miracles. So we got 2 miracle cards here. And it's orchids, plumeria, and ginger. More redheads, gingers. And trees. We are trees. We are everything. We are everyone. If you finally, when that soul star and that crown and the stellar gateway chakra open up, you realize you are everything and everyone. If you've never seen the movie Lucy with Scarlett Johansson, that might give you kind of an idea of what it's like to have your stellar gateway chakra open up. Okay, and then finally, the last card, the secret admirer card. So either you have a secret admirer or you are admiring somebody from afar, but someone has deeper feelings for you than they are letting on. And I love this card. So look at this beautiful, it's like a circle with a pink heart and a little dots everywhere. And I actually did a little Zeo chakra Reiki that I'm still working on, but it looked very similar with like the beep, 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 beep lighting up. So very cool. So secret admirer, I'm seeing a secret admirer. And I'm seeing healing hands, because I'm seeing like these hands, and he's offering his heart to somebody. So you're offering your heart. So look, it looks like the heart that's on the Undying Love card. It's beautiful. Okay, moving on. Let's see. We're going to move on to the songs for the feminine. So for the feminine, we've got Escapade by Janet Jackson. Rhythm Nation. So, looking shy, you caught my eye. Leave your worries behind. Let's go. So you want to go on an escapade. You want to go on an adventure. It's time for an adventure. Time for some fun. Number 5 was Synchronicity by The Police. So I was just talking about over here with the first one, talking about breath and flow. So synchronicity, that's one of the lyrics. Sleep, trance, dream, dance, shared romance, connecting principle, linked to the invisible, extrasensory. A star falls, it joins all. So the soul star chakra, the stellar gateway chakra, coming down, connecting everything. So deep, so wide, you're inside. One breath, one flow, you will know synchronicity. So as you start to awaken all these higher chakras, you begin to experience the synchronicities of up the wazoo. And people think that the synchronicities are based on their third eye, but I think it's actually the soul star and the crown chakra. So the next one was Foolish Games by Jewel. I always felt I was outside looking in on you. So watching, secret admirer. So maybe the feminine is admiring the masculine. In case you failed to notice, in case you failed to see, this is my heart bleeding before you. This is me down on my knees. And it also talks about smoking cigarettes. So maybe in the past, maybe somebody smoked in the feminine's life in the past. But bleeding heart. We got two red, beautiful hearts. Okay, so foolish games. So that also talks about the foolish games that have been played in the past. Remembering those foolish games and manipulations that the feminine has played in the past with past relationships, and just realizing just how ridiculous it was. And now you see other people playing those games, and you could see it easily, and it's like the veil has been lifted. You see things with so much clarity now. Okay, so we've got so the feminine over here. You pick this little tiki. This little Mayan, actually, he's Mayan. I think it's Kib. I'm going to put him here. So we've got Lady, which, if you watched my readings before, this has come through for the feminine a couple times. She is the divine feminine, and we got divine feminine over here. So the maiden over here. So we got a lot of divine feminine energy. So the divine feminine is in her feminine energy, in her feminine power. You know, she's got the apple of knowledge, but it's also the apple of fertility, the seed of life. You know, pentagram, the 5 elements. She's reaping what she's sown. So she's fertile. Didn't think she was fertile, but she's fertile. Okay, so then we got Ishel. So I'm also seeing a connection with nature. So the apple, the Garden of Eden. She bit into the apple of knowledge. Now she can no longer be in the Garden of Eden, and you know, it's all a bunch of baloney. Meant to keep the feminine down. All those stories are meant to keep the feminine down, such as like Mary Immaculate. Okay, so we've got Medicine Woman, Ishel. You are a channel for divine healing power. And what's interesting is, so she's got lightning over here, and there's lightning over here as well. So harnessing that, the earth and the stars and the moon, or harnessing the energy. So Reiki as well. So it talks about demanding comes from an immature place akin to a tantrum. So if you're demanding others to step up and demanding others to do this, demanding others to change, it's like that comes from an immature place. Unconditional love is allowing people to evolve at their own pace, at their own level. But it's also, I'm seeing as you are a lightning rod, electric love. You are electric. And water. So this talks about controlling water as well. So the water card came through over here again. So using water therapy, taking salt baths, drinking lots of water. She's the Mayan moon goddess, and she's married to the sun god. And it's interesting because my drawing was the marriage of the sun and the moon. So that's a very cool synchronicity. Yeah, and she's the Lady Rainbow. So rainbow children, she is the Lady Rainbow. And she's the promise. She is the promise, because I see rainbows as a promise. So we had a lot of rainbows over here. So the promise of love, the promise of undying love. I promise to love you until the end of time. That's what I'm getting here. Okay, so then we got the baboon, which is primal law, number 4 as well. We got 13, 31, it's a mirroring. So express your masculine and feminine energy, release resistance to the truth. Not just the truth of others, like you're seeing the truth, but you're still trying to deny it, but also your own inner truth. And this is also about discipline and order. So learning more, learning Reiki, learning healing modalities. I'm seeing all these symbols. So I'm seeing the chakra symbol, and I'm seeing this Asian symbol here. So I'm seeing learning Eastern medicine. Okay, and then we've got Ancient Wisdom. So the Master Teacher card, that's the same as this, which is interesting because look at the masculine, got all the 3 same color cards. So that was amazing. There's different, if you look at it, there's lots of different colors. And he got all 3 yellows. So the willpower to move forward, the willpower to step away from things that are no longer serving him. But up here, here, I've got the Ancient Wisdom. And like Eggshell, this is the Awakening card. So we got the Awakening happening up here. So the masculine and the feminine are both going through a second awakening. Their soul star chakras, they're remembering past lives, deep knowledge. So it's asking you to write and record this new information, journal it. And that way it's going to come into play later on in the future. And the doorway is unlocked. The feminine energy, I'm seeing a lot of, what's interesting is I was seeing a lot of left eye stuff here. So I'm seeing the feminine like having a left eye, like twitching left eye, or almost like a sleepy left eye. But I'm seeing the left eye because it's awakening. The doorway is unlocked. So entire heart chakra as well. And then we've got, what did I do with that card? Oh, here it is. Okay, so then we got the Imperial Topaz, which is gold and blue, so communicating the Christ consciousness energy. So I'm seeing the Zeal chakra in the sense that it's the mouth of God, so we're communicating from a higher place. And it's the number 6, so we have 6 again. And I got 6, 6, 6, 6. And Imperial Topaz is all about manifestations, speak things into existence, and which is interesting because Abracadabra came through, and that's also about manifestation, speaking things into existence. So I create my world, and the animal is the cheetah, so blue and gold. Okay, so then we got the little prayer, which is interesting because we got Mother Mary was also pray. Have faith that your prayers have been answered. So prayer over here again in the yellow card signifies the manifestation of a prayer coming to fruition, prayer being answered. So I'm seeing 2 roads here. There's a city road and a country road, and it's split. So I've been seeing a lot of split stuff. My phone's even been glitching and just been splitting the screen, like right down the center. So I'm seeing when life gives you lemons, make lemonade, but I'm also seeing fuck the lemons and bail. And vitamin C, so the possible need for vitamin C. I'm seeing clarity, destiny, authenticity, and all your prayers being answered. And it's interesting because I'm focusing on the straw here, and I'm seeing lemon rind. Okay. maybe the decision to get out of the city and move to somewhere more country, a place that you can afford, because the city can be very expensive. And it's a window. It looks like a portal, like all these portals, a lot of portals, a lot of ways, a lot of doorways you can go through. So then we got 21, and which is interesting because we got 21 here. So 21, which I thought was very cool. So 33, the master number of enlightenment. The feminine is reaching her enlightenment state again. She's already been enlightened and just have stages of it. But abracadabra. So I'm seeing a stargate. I create what I speak. So let's see what abracadabra says. Aladdin's not the only one with 3 wishes. You too have a magical lamp that can summon all your desires to your doorstep. It's a simple matter of making a clear intention and letting go of any fool notion that you have to wait for the genie. You are the magic. Oh my god, foolish games. So throw away these foolish games that you need this or that you need that, or, you are the magic. You don't need crystals. You don't need spells. You don't need anything. You are the magic. Rituals are great, though. Rituals, they're a nice little discipline to have something to do and, to connect with nature, and rituals are fantastic. But you don't need anything. You are the magic, and that's what it's trying to tell you. So you are the magic. I forgot what I was going to say there. Okay, so then we've got spiritual career, number 78. So this spiritual career came through up here for the masculine as well, and this is talking about whatever spiritual career you are thinking about. A life coach, oracle reader, Reiki master, counselor, high priestess, whatever spiritual career you are thinking of. So 78. And so it's number 6 again. So we got 6. Very cool. We got 6 and 33. So we got 66 and 33. Spiritual career, it's number 15, which is interesting because we got 15 over here as well. We got 15 up there as well. So I'm seeing the heart, the third eye. So I'm seeing a healer, a writer, a life coach, astrologist, numerologist. So all it's saying is let go of the fear and do it. So I am seeing the third eye and the crown chakra opening and the heart chakra opening. So imagine it. It's just asking you to imagine and envision yourself doing it. And then follow your dreams. So the masculine said follow your dreams. Healing. You are a healer. I love how this progression goes. Okay. Then we've got the little sacred beetle. So number 38, which is number 11, which is number 2. So 11, the twin flame gateway. Seeing healthy boundaries. So you're divinely protected. Let go of the fear. So more letting go of the fear. No harm can come to you. You are the 144,000. So sacred beetle armor. You have this mighty shield protecting you. So people may try to send you, their bad juju, but they can't. It just bounces right off. It's like, I'm rubber, you're glue. Whatever you say to me bounces off me and sticks to you. As childish as that may seem, it is the truth. It's the truth. Okay, number 28, which is number 1. Well, it's number 10. 10-1. So death and the maiden. Invasion, boundaries, violated, dominance. And I was going to read this, but it just talks about that somebody's, violating your personal space. So I'm going to actually pull this card out because I'm only reading a couple from the book. And there's a very out of balance relationship between you and another at this time. It may be that you are death, taking too much and imposing on another, and all the while blind as a skeleton to the truth. Or it may be that you are the maiden and have no defenses against another who is draining you, claiming all the while to love you. Holy cow, that came through up here as well. These two very similar, where it talked about somebody tells you they love you, but then they treat you opposite of that. Know your self-worth and walk away from that. It's time to truthfully assess your relationships and take the steps forward to get away from them. Do not attempt to convince them of their problems, because they're not going to be able to see it. So it's like you're draining yourself. That's the masculine said that exact same thing. You're draining yourself trying to get people to see something that they can't see. So it's time to move on. Freedom is worth the trial of separating. So freedom. I'm also seeing skeletons in the closet. So a lot of skeletons have come through. A lot of skeletons can come out, whether it's your skeletons or other people's skeletons. But now you're seeing the skeletons. They're all laid out right before, no more foolish games. Okay, so then we've got center, number 5. And it looks like subtracting. So subtracting people from your lives. It's time to subtract people from your lives, but it's also about balance. So this is a lot of balance happening here. The 666, but this is the number 5. Freedom. So freedom came through here. Find your center, find your balance. Get back in balance. It's like you were thrown out of alignment, and now it's asking you to get back into alignment. So, moving on to the amethyst. Oh wait, hoo-hoo. So, why? So anger, this card is about anger, and I'm seeing it as asking why. Why do people have to be this way? Why do people have to be assholes? Why do people have to treat me this way? Why? Why did this happen to me? So this is extreme emotions. It's exhausting yourself with anger, and think before you speak. Before you speak in anger. So abracadabra, think before you speak. Because what you speak comes into existence. And a lot of yellow cards, a lot of sun energy. So a lot of sun energy and solar flares. And it looks like he's wearing a cape. So how I was saying that they look similar, like they're wearing a cape. So he's wearing a cape, and there's a cape here. A lot of capes. Superman. Okay, and then we've got the amethyst skull, which is number 21, which is number 3, all about communication, creativity, the Holy Trinity, mind, body, spirit, Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost. During the golden era of Atlantis, each of the high priests and priestesses of the 12 tribes fashioned a crystal skull that was an advanced computer and programmed it with the knowledge and wisdom held by their tribe. All the information was placed into the amethyst master skull, which is kept safely in the inner planes. Receiving this card suggests you look for the highest perspective in a situation that presents itself to you. Explore the details. When you have all the facts, take decisions with wisdom and integrity. Devil's in the details. That came through up here, the details in things. I don't remember which card it was, but it was talking about the devil is in the details. So look through an expanded awareness of things, and I explore all the information before I take a decision. So this was coming through up here as well. Before making a decision to move forward or not, look at all angles of it. So amethyst skull, and then we finally got, so this one I was talking about, the left eye. So I actually wrote a note about this one because notice people's left eyes. So a left eye that's droopy is trauma induced. This is just something that resonated with me. So if somebody's been through a lot of trauma, been through a lot of control, been a lot of their left eye droops a little bit. But if they were the person that was doing the trauma, their right eye droops a little bit, which is very interesting. But see how she's covering one eye, like the Illuminati, MK Ultra. When you're being controlled. This is just me getting into my conspiracy theory stuff, but yeah, it almost looks like a little like Michael Jackson here. I don't know why. But the left eye, so I'm seeing the left eye twitching in some of the feminine energy. Look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. The first song for the masculine, my love for you is as deep as the ocean. Mirroring. That is amazing, an amazing synchronicity. And that was this came through with the undying love card as well. Deep as the ocean, love is deep as the ocean, but it also was saying that no matter what the external physical circumstances may seem, in a 5D, you guys are together and none of this earthly stuff matters. You are not separated. You are in each other's hearts, no matter what. And sometimes that's people's little mustard seed of doubt can grow to extraordinary proportions. So don't doubt it. Don't doubt the connection. Everything is real. Your soul family's connections are real. These are people that you know, that you're connected telepathically with, that you have serious, deep connections with. Okay, now we're moving on to the union. Oh, actually, number 5. So the 23 was the number 5, so all about freedom. So that came through with 2 cards. Freedom, change, transformation. So it's time to transform. It's time to change old behaviors. No more foolish games. No more manipulation. Don't lie to yourself, and don't lie to others. And don't let people lie to you. Don't let people manipulate you. Okay. So now we move on to the union energy. So the song that came through for the first song was To Zion by Lauryn Hill, which I love that song. And that song's about the pressure to abort. So the despondence thing came through over here about this person's not happy that that person's pregnant. So the song Zion is about being pressured to abort and doing the decision to keep the baby. But it could also be, you know, if nobody's pregnant, this could also be abort a project. So abort something. And Zion is the kingdom of heaven. It's also the hill of Jerusalem, where David was built. And it's also a national park in Utah. So the lyrics that always call to me is marching. We're marching to Zion. And that's in line to be reborn. When I hear the marching up the hill, up the mountain, up the hill, we're being reborn. Okay, so then number 8, which that number is always, we got number 8 up here, which is interesting because it was 11 a.m. by Incubus. So, regrets. Could we please start over? My phone rings. Who could it be? I hope it's you. So, both, you know, the energies wanting to make the move, but the other one doesn't make the move. It's like they're both each expecting each other to make this move. That's what I'm seeing there. And then we've got the final song was Time Clock of My Heart by Culture Club. And that's also about regrets. So we got 2 songs back to back about regrets. So when the soul star chakra opens up and you start noticing your past, you start seeing your past lives and you remember past things and you have a lot of regrets. And this is saying not to have those regrets because they made you who you are today. You needed those experiences to be who you are today. And we could have been so much more, you know, something like we could have been so much more if we would just give this a chance. And time is an illusion, so that came through with the hologram as well. Time is an illusion. Time makes people feel like they have something real, so people think just because they've been together with somebody for 20 years that it's real. But you can know somebody for a year versus somebody you've known for like 20 years and have more of a connection with that person that you've known for a year than you have with that person that you've known for 20 years. So timing's nothing in the grand scheme of life. It is but a man-made illusion. It's all about experiences and connections. So, Culture Club. Okay. And I'm also seeing culture, like your culture. Some places, like the U.S., you know, lots of different cultures. Okay, so we're going to start with the union energy. So we got if you pick the little Buddha and put that there. So we got the Heart Guardian. You know, she's got her little brass or gold-plated heart here. You know, she's protecting her heart. She doesn't want it to get hurt. This, you know, she's used to saying F you to love because, you know, whatever, but she has faith because look at her holding on to that rose with such deep love. And, you know, the FU is actually means more power. When you do that to somebody, it's actually just saying more power. So love is very powerful. Love is the most powerful force in the universe. And she's got this cloak again. The cloak has been coming through a lot in the readings. So, but she's got the rose. She's, you know, love and let yourself be loved. Red, she's passionate. Root chakra. Twin flame passion. Okay. And then we've got Anya, leap of faith. So we've got leap of faith, and look at that. This is another red card, red head card. So 1, 2, 3. All three of them have a redhead in there. Take a risk and put your heart's true desires into action. So she's taking a leap of faith. So Anya, dreams coming true, miracles answered, take the risks, the universe has your back. So that's what that's been saying. Look at her leaping into the clouds. Beautiful lilac colors. So I'm seeing the crown chakra opening. Take that leap of faith. So, and then we have the giraffe card, which is very interesting because once again, it looks like that little orb opening, how that's been coming through a lot, like an opening. Like there is an opening, and it's the number 5, which is all about freedom, adventure, and change. So, and we got the 2 little giraffes, kind of like how the elephants over here. And we have a sun, the big rising sun behind there. And giraffes, it's heart-centered risk. So this is talking about doing what you love, pave your own road, follow your heart, and love is the answer. And you know they have the biggest hearts of the mammal kingdom. So, and it's like they're looking through this heart, and the wall has been chipped away. If you see, like the brick wall has been chipped away. The walls have been chipped away finally, because the healing. They've been healing their inner child. So we got the malachite, which is all about healing. And it's also about manifestation. So 2 healing cards. If you look, there's 2 different healing cards. Healing. So a lot of inner child healing is happening because I've got the inner child. I'm seeing like a workaholic. So maybe you've been working too much and you got sick. So you're healing that. And then we've got Sugarlight, which is the number 3. We've got 33 here, the inner child. So we've got this purple color, which we've got a lot of purple here. So this is the third eye, the crown chakra. I'm seeing Zeal chakra. I'm seeing the star child, so star seeds, star child, like David Bowie and Kiss. Finding your own purpose, laughter, playtime, and I'm seeing mental imbalance. So it's imperative to work on your mental health. So mental healing, I'm seeing mental healing. Depression, stuff like that. Like get out of that mode. I know it's easy to just fall into it because it's just so comfortable and familiar. And it does take some work to jump out of it. But you have a lot of people that love you, and it's possible. Okay, so then we've got the little blueberries here. Workaholic, so I'm seeing the painting. So painting is great, tapping into, even finger painting. So I'm seeing a lot of finger painting. So I'm seeing a young blueberry and an old blueberry. So this card is about manifestation. So we've got the masculine's working on his third eye. She's working on the union's communication. They're working on their willpower. But it's like the little old blueberry's like, no, don't paint like that. And he's like, hey, I paint however I want to. But I'm also seeing it as the old blueberry wished that he would have followed his dreams to be an artist. So that's what I'm seeing with the little blueberry. And this is talking about taking a break and recharging and creative blocks. So getting those creative blocks out of the way, healing those creative blocks. So we got 66, which is also 12, which is 3 again. So 3 and 3. Master number of enlightenment. Communication. We got double blue on blue. We got a blue. Look at it. We got blue on blue and blue on blue. So a lot of blue. I'm seeing a lot of blue. And it's 66. So I'm seeing balance. Working on balance. Working on the balancing the work with play and relationships and the balance that. The Dr. Seuss says life is a great balancing act. So I'm also seeing healing, like Reiki coaching, counseling, somatic therapy, and expanded understanding, awareness of healing, of how you can help heal others. Art is very healing. So I'm seeing like art. Your art is very healing. It's healing on a cellular level, deep cellular level. Then we've got Nasty knot, so it looks like a ring. Another promise, so a lot of promises. Promises, promises, you made me. Promises, promises. 47, whenever I see the 47, I always think of Newfound Glories. I called 46 times and you answered on the 47th. So it's the number 11. We got there was 11 up here and 11 down here. So patience. So and a proposal. I'm seeing a proposal. A hair knot. And getting free is as easy as cake. So I have this page called Inner Piece of Cake. And I always tell people, when you heal with love, everything else is cake. So, and it's also about answering the call to be creative, answering the call of your inner child. Your inner child is calling, and it's like, come out and play with me. Come out and play. We got these little delicate fairies here. Okay, so we've got the fairies here. So number 6 again. So we got 6, 6, 6, 6. There were 4 6s in this one, in this row. So change is natural, and yes, it can hurt. The delicate fairy and her ferrets. So this is all about play as well. So the inner child changing, cycles ending. It's also about questioning your limiting belief systems, cognitive dissonance. So releasing fear. When new information comes through, being open to receive it. Being open to change. A lot of people get stuck on, a lot of the cognitive dissonance for people is religion. Being presented with new information and still believing. I guess that's faith. Some would say that's blind faith. Even when you're presented with truth and facts, that's cognitive dissonance. So blind faith, cognitive dissonance can go hand in hand. Okay, and then we've got Storm Angel. So look at her. She's like, wow, she is fierce. She is fierce. Collisions of beliefs, styles, attitudes, and energies. So yes, we were just talking about cognitive dissonance, and here it is again. So 2 cards that discuss the cognitive dissonance. We've got the number 8 here, which is the power card. So I want to see what, there was an actual little part. Like, I love her lavender, like, gray hair color. Lilac color. So 35. There may be arguments, even angry situations and fights at the moment. Withheld energies are being freed so they can be released. You will uncover the truth about a situation, as no one can lie when you are about your work. Any lies, deception, manipulation, and cheating will be revealed. The most important objective for you, when the Storm Angel is about, is to speak truthfully and act with integrity, as all is about to become very transparent, and her fierce bright light will reveal all that is hidden so that it can be banished for good. Yes, I was talking about that up here. The truth is being revealed. You cannot bullshit, because in a past life you were a bullshitter, so you cannot bullshit a bullshitter, because you know when people are lying, you know, because you've been there. But it's also, there's a difference between seeing it and projecting it because you went through it, that you think that everybody went through it, and that's not the case sometimes. There was like somebody saying, you know, people that think, well, I was beat as a child, so everybody, you know, must have been beat as a child, and not everybody was beat as a child. Or thinking that you were the only one that was beat as a child, when, you know, a lot of people were beat as a child. So yeah, so you're going to meet a lot of people that have, you know, different beliefs than yours, and it's all about coexisting. You ever see that bumper sticker that has all the different, like, religions? Because you coexist with all these different beliefs, and let people believe whatever they want to believe. It's up to them to decide what they want to believe. It's, you believe what you want to believe, and they believe what they want to believe. That's the free will. Okay, so then we move on to the Portal of Transcendence. Finally, I've been waiting to get to this card. So I want to read the Portal of Transcendence. It looks like going into space, like a Stargate. It looks like a Stargate. If you ever watched the movie Stargate, that looks like a Stargate. You know, what's interesting is the center card over here that I forgot to read. Well, I didn't forget, I just didn't want to read it. She's got the apple over here, and it says the apple's core. Foundations dance at the apple's core. So it talks about an apple as well. Using Use this vision as access to the truth at your stellar core. See yourself as an ever-expanding hub of truth and light. You are the center of the universe. So, people say, well, you're not the center of the universe. Well, actually, yes, you are. And when you awaken, you will figure that out. So, be simple. You're always sitting at the center. You are the Zen master. Which, that's the Zen master over here. So you're both the Zen master. I love how it's like the ending and the beginning and the ending, like a figure 8. Okay, so, portal of transcendence. So, the bliss, the stargate, ecstatic communion, secret doorway. Oh, seen and unseen, emptiness of the void, unknowable, unknown, revealed and revealer. I am beyond, yet within, above, yet below, the unknowable and the known, the seen and unseen. Journey into my formless potential, merge with my emptiness and discover your fullness. Come, child of the cosmos, you are being revealed in the forthcoming miracle. Miracles, miracle, miracle, miracle. Enter the beckoning portal of the greater reality. Travel into the starry vastness in the greater constellation of self. Fulfill your yearning to merge with one heart. Soar into the oneness of shared essence. Burst old bonds and limitations. Breathe the divine breath. Yes, so breathing has been coming through on all 3. Breath, breath, breath. Expand to include more of who you truly are. The portal of transcendence is the secret doorway you have long sought, the stargate through which new worlds are seeded. Open now to ecstatic communion and the rapture and grace of unconditional love. Awaken to the joyful celebration in this realm where there is only love. Drink deeply of your homecoming. Experience the sublime bliss and unity found in the eternal present moment. Freed from separation, there is no doubt that you are love's presence. Fully merge once again with the serene vibration of home. As you return home, renewed and awakened, embody the joyful frequency of heaven on earth. The new frequencies of the golden octave now dance within you in the splendor of the unified pulse. You are the conscious dreamer, awakening the dream. Assist in creation of the quantum leap that will catapult the earth into a new spiral of being. You are the knower. You are the oracle. You are love. There is no other. Oh my God. Leap into the unknown. Leap into this. Leap into there. See how it's the same colors too. She's leaping into this stargate. And she's coming out the other side. And this is going to close right behind her. Even her little cape might get stuck there, but no, she's going straight through. Amazing. Then we've got water, 15. So the number 15 is prominent in this reading. Water permeates everything, including the cells of your body. It carries pure divine love and special qualities that can assist ascension. Poseidon is in charge of the waters. Neptune is his elemental master and directs the undines. Ask them to cleanse emotions, emotionally based illnesses, and relationship difficulties. Your guidance is to bless water everywhere to bring it to the 5th dimension. Ask Poseidon to link you to the music of the spheres, to access the sounds of your perfect divine blueprint, and start to reinstate it. Affirmation: Water, I love you, bless you, and thank you. I direct you to spread love around the planet. Oh my God, they were very similar. So amazing. Okay. And we got 2 more cards and we're done, guys. So, Haleakala. I love this. So it looks like a beautiful rainbow, a promise. We got the sun again, the rising sun, lots of sun energy, I'm seeing lots of volcanic activity, because this is also volcanic activity. So, wishes fulfilled. So I'm seeing a house by the water as well. This is the big, Haleakala is the big volcano on Maui, the Temple of the Sun. So, seeing things from an elevated perspective. Pele, this is also about Pele. And yes, so yes came through up here for the manifestation of the Perial Topaz card. So 2 yes cards. Whatever you were thinking, yes and yes. So yes. If you had a question before watching this reading, the answer is yes. Whoever you're thinking about, yes. Yes. The answer is yes. But I'm seeing a house by the water, so maybe you've been wanting to have a house by the water. It's beautiful. It's like a little shabby shack. But it's cute. It's cozy and it's home. This is home. Home. Home is where the heart is. Heart is where the home is. So I'm seeing a cozy home. Happy to be home. Okay, and then finally we got, I love this. So this card, is about projections. So, and the water one, before I finish, um, I'm seeing Dr. Masuro Emoto, Hidden Messages in Water. If you haven't read that book, highly recommend it. He is an ascended master now. When I had my awakening, he came through. He came through for me. And so I have a strong connection now with water and with Masuro Emoto. Okay, beware of what you are projecting, for the qualities you admire in one another are qualities you both possess equally. So, qualities you don't like are also your own reflection. So, I always said that that's not really true. It's all about what you believe. This doesn't resonate for me. It used to, but then you surpass that. Your soul star chakra opens up, and do you resonate with a murderer? Do you resonate with, somebody who kills animals for fun, right? Is that a projection of you? So I don't look at that aspect. But I do see it as when you admire somebody and you like somebody, they are a projection of you. So when you don't like somebody, they're a projection of a past you. So in a past life, these are all now. They're all aspects of you in other dimensions of time and space. And this is an interesting card. So, we're talking about mirroring, so mirroring each other. I'm seeing a lot of purple, blue, yellow, magenta in this card. And I had a dream about my twin flame. The first dream I had about my twin flame shortly after we met. And this is how we were embracing. It was a very cool dream. So I'm seeing the embrace. I'm seeing this embrace and this energetic sheath, and it's this vibration. And the twin flames coming together create, so this is the union energy. They come together and they create this rainbow energy, this vibration, this high vibration. So because I'm seeing high vibration, I'm seeing the coming layers and layers and layers of vibration coming together as one. Because now they're merging, you see his hand is merging to her, they're becoming one. So the Vesica Pisces and the marriage of the sun and moon, same colors, very cool. So that's it, guys. I actually didn't get to count the numbers, so I'm going to count 33. So breaking down the numbers, it breaks down to the number 33. So master number of enlightenment. So the union energy is enlightenment. You have healed your inner child. You have taken off these nasty knots. You are no longer a workaholic. You are letting love in. You're taking a leap of faith. Your heart-centered risks. You're changing. You're acknowledging people's different beliefs, and you're just letting it go, and you are understanding just how much water is important, and you are stepping through that portal, and you're going home. You are home. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. Namaste, everybody.